All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, we're going to talk about a new spotting of the Model 3 taillights has been seen again. We'll take a look at what we have been able to piece together and take a look at a render from it to see what it actually looks like from that. And on top of that, we've got a giveaway concluding today as well. We're deciding one of the winners of free tint for your OC or your Tesla by OC Tint Solutions. So that's going to be a little bit later on the stream. So definitely stick around for that. And I'll show you if you want to enter in really late, you can still do that. But if you're just joining in, let's roll that intro real quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there that has all the rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. And before we get into it, if you want to enter into the giveaway really late, we're giving away free tint for your Tesla, sponsored by OC Tint Solutions. So you must be willing to travel to Anaheim, California, where the shop is located, OC Tint Solutions. Check out our community page. We made a post yesterday where you can go into here and enter in right away, because we're going to be deciding a giveaway or one of the winners for winning one of those free tints. So let us take a look at this. So shout out to Ranjit Bashkar. Sorry if I butchered that and messed it up. Located in San Ramon. He spotted this vehicle on the road earlier today, and you can tell it is a wrapped up vehicle. Actually, I guess yesterday. And it's got manufactured plates. So this most likely is a Model 3 refresh that's being tested and being seen all around the California, Palo Alto Bay Area. And so we've got some renders from this. Shout out to Tesla Roddy and also Cybertruck 420 or Dominic 420. They were able to piece together that this most likely is a Model 3 refresh Project Highland being tested out. And this render is pretty spot on. You can see that there's like a curve right here that slopes down just like how there is one right here. And I guess maybe they did this on purpose. Maybe they did a little bit of slippage on the taillight so that more people could actually see what is going on with this vehicle. And so I imagine there's probably going to be uncovering this vehicle slowly as we get through these weeks or months leading up to the Model 3 Project Refresh Highland. And so most likely, if more of the vehicle gets revealed or exposed, so to speak, then we will know that the Model 3 Project Refresh Highland is coming out very soon. But we asked the poll, we asked people out there, when do you think the Model 3 Highland is coming out? And I think the last time we checked this, like most people thought, later this year or maybe even next year, but it could be a while because Model 3 inventory is still relatively high versus some of the other models. You can see right now we're over 1,133 vehicles, Model 3s posted to that on the website, and we still have not figured out or seen any of the demo inventory that usually gets dumped around this time as well. So right now there are some promotions for the Model 3 that you can get, including the inventory discount. You can get the, of course, $7,500 federal tax credit if you qualify for that as an individual yourself. And on top of that, there is 3 months of free supercharging if you take delivery of a vehicle by June 30th from inventory vehicles. And on top of that, if you use a referral code, just like the one down below in the description, if you click it open first, then find a Tesla vehicle, you can also get 1,500 Tesla loot box credits, which then translates to about 500 supercharger miles. Or if you use it on a Model S or Model X, you can get $1,000 off plus 3 months of free full self-driving plus 3 years of supercharging and a bunch more on top of that. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. It seems like Tesla is starting to really show off more of this vehicle. So some people actually think a new Model 3 Highland project reveal could be July 1st. I think it's going to be a little bit later. I mean, what we know so far is that there is a Cybertruck delivery event sometime in the next future, maybe even September or end of Q3. And so I'm not really sure. I'm not convinced that Tesla is going to do both the Model 3 refresh Highland and the Cybertruck. I mean, I would assume maybe they would do maybe the Model 3 Highland first. It's more volume, and then potentially the Cybertruck after that. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Shout out to Dominic Cybertruck 420 for doing this render. He also spotted that, or they also spotted that there's a diffuser at the bottom as well, plus a nice looking rear on the back of the vehicle. So a very good looking vehicle at the end of the day. So hopefully it comes out very, very soon. I mean, if you're on the fence right now, if you have not taken delivery yet, what are you going to do? If you've got a pending order in the books, if you're waiting for delivery with an estimated delivery date, if Tesla releases the new Model 3 Highland project refresh, are you just going to push it? Are you not going to actually take delivery, or are you going to go ahead and just take delivery? Because at the end of the day, most likely a Model 3 refresh could be a higher priced vehicle, or they're going to try and clear all these different used or all these different older ones, legacy ones first, not used, but older ones first. Or are they just going to try and fire sale or put on clearance all the different vehicles that are currently in inventory? Because right now, Model 3 rear-wheel drive is still not at its lowest it's ever been ever. I mean, right now it's a price of $38,030. It got a $200 price increase in terms of a less discount because they added in this free supercharging miles, 3 months added onto the website. But the lowest price that the Model 3 has ever been is around $36,990 as a base starting price. So we've got like another $1,000 of wiggle room that they could go down if they want to, at least what's within their range. But who knows if they will actually do that at the end of the day. I don't know if they will. Maybe we'll start to see some more incentives. We saw this 3 months of free supercharging these past few days. And so there could be, Tesla can do whatever they want. And we're starting to see a lot of discounts worldwide. We'll talk about that a little later in the stream because there's one country that is going a little bit ham in terms of discounts, and you might want to stick tuned and stick around and see it, because hopefully, fingers crossed, America falls through, because I think that is the catch. That's the trigger. If we can get to, because it's all about monthly payment, right? I mean, I feel like, yes, of course, there's people that pay cash for the vehicle and just stroke a check or whatever, but probably 80, 90, 95% of you finance the vehicle in some sort of way. I think that's a good idea for another poll. We haven't done a poll like that in a while. I'm going to ask the question to all of you: are you paying cash, financing, leasing, or not buying at all? And just to see what's the temperature and sentiment out there. But we're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link where you can support the channel, and there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the credit unions and banks out there that all have interest rates lower than Tesla financing. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. All right, welcome in, Young Williams. I'm pretty sure that's a bot. Akshay One, thanks for coming in. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button. We will definitely be giving away one item today, or at least one service. We're giving it away. We're deciding the winner of the free 3M ceramic tint sponsored by OC Tint Solutions. So definitely stick around for that. If you want to put in a late entry, you know where to find it, hopefully on the community page. We've got another giveaway on the channel sponsored by RIVIAN. If you want to win this Model Y sunshade as well, go to the community page on the channel. That's where we post all the giveaways, polls, and everything right here, this button. And then you can see right in this section, I posted it yesterday, so that way most of you could try and get in a late entry on top of that. And You might have noticed there's a special box right here sponsored by Jawa. They sent us some goodies. I'm going to do a little bit of unboxing because I think there is one accessory in this box. I've been thinking about this charging fiasco, or maybe there's all these changes with NACS and CCS and all that stuff. There's actually two accessories in that box that I think are most likely going to be a must-have in the near future. So we're going to talk about that, plus a variety of other stuff, including deciding the giveaway. In this next topic, in case you missed this, Mercedes-Benz and ChatGPT have inked some sort of deal in which ChatGPT will now be in a beta program partnering to test the in-car functionalities of this. And this is pretty exciting because I don't know if you all have messed around with ChatGPT at all, but it gets pretty wild with all the different things you can prompt it. And so I would love to see how Mercedes-Benz and ChatGPT are actually going to work this out, but we'll talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. So let us take a look at this. Shout out to Car Dealership Guy. He posted this. Mercedes-Benz and Microsoft are partnering to test in-car ChatGPT. Mercedes says an optional beta program for US customers will begin today. Quote, the future has arrived. Here is the full article. Looks like, of course, Microsoft and Mercedes-Benz will be partnering as of today, and they're going to be integrating the voice assistant, Hey Mercedes, with ChatGPT into all the different things that you can try and work with. And this is cool because if they can pull the ChatGPT software off of the website or the functionality of all the algorithms and everything into a vehicle, it might be pretty interesting to try and prompt it as you're driving around instead of the basic functionalities of what most of these audio, video, or audio voice assistants most of these cars have. Even the Tesla one, it's good. I use it from time to time. I say, hey, navigate to certain locations, but it could probably be enhanced by more complex prompts at the end of the day. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. What do you think about this Mercedes-Benz and ChatGPT integration? And more, or do we think more of this is coming soon? But this is good because, yes, we don't have Mercedes-Benz EVs. We're probably a Tesla fan channel here, but most likely Tesla also has AI functionality, and they'll be integrating AI into the vehicles hopefully soon, fingers crossed, after they test it. But we're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link. We support the channel, so definitely check it out if you're interested. Juan, thanks for coming in. Let's see. Yeah, this is definitely a scam. Young Williams. Akshay, now I want to get a Model 3 as well. Yeah, you might as well wait until this new one comes out with all the functionalities and all the headlights and everything, because we're all human, right? Once we see the latest and greatest, the newest iPhone, the newest Apple Vision, we want it. We want to play with it, test it. And so once this new Model 3 Highland comes out, we're all going to be wanting to be chomping at the bit to at least take a look at it and see it. So I certainly feel like it's coming out soon, and we're all going to get even more excited than what we actually are now. Juan, thanks for coming in. Welcome back. Let's see what else we got. In this next topic, Tesla used vehicles are now confirmed to be eligible for the $4,000 used electric vehicle tax credit. So we'll talk about it a little bit. I'll do an explanation on what exactly needs to happen if you are buying a used electric vehicle and how to get the $4,000 electric vehicle tax credit from the federal government. So we'll talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it. So definitely hit that subscribe if you are interested. And so let us take a look at this. Shout out to Brandon Flash on Twitter. Looks like Tesla has added the used vehicle tax credit guidance. Hopefully the IRS website is updated soon. And so if you go to the Tesla website, of course, there's a bunch of jargon that goes through all the different tax incentives on new and used. But the TLDR is this. Basically, your adjusted income has to be around these limits: $150,000 for married couples, $112,000 for head of households, and under $75,000 for single and other filers. So it's a pretty low barrier, or a higher cap, a lower cap in terms of income limits. But the key thing here is you have to buy the vehicle from a dealership and the price of the vehicle, all exclusive or total cost exclusive of taxes and fees at the time of delivery, has to be under $25,000. And on top of that, the vehicle age comes into play as well. It has to be older than 2 years in the current year. And so all these different things have to line up. And so there's really not too many vehicles that fall into this category, maybe like the Nissan Leaf or older Bolts. There are some used electric vehicles from Tesla that are getting near to that price range, but it's still in the higher 20s at the end of the day. So here's a great website. If you're specifically looking for a used electric vehicle, this is EV-CPO Hunter. You can sort it down here. I've got Model 3 right here on the left top side. You can see I'm sorted down to the US, and I can sort it by a table format for Model 3s. And you can see the cheapest Model 3 in the country is just slightly above $25,000. So I would just not, if you qualify as an individual yourself for the used EV tax credit, I just wouldn't buy this one at all, because this one has a price of $26,500. So it's just like you're kind of giving up that $4,000 EV tax credit. So I would go ahead and go to websites like Car Gurus, Cars.com, find used vehicles, and try and secure a used electric vehicle from a dealership that's under the price of $25,000, so you can get an extra $4,000 when you file for your taxes next year. You don't get it off of the purchase price of the vehicle. You get it next year when you file for your taxes as an enhanced tax refund check at the end of the day. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. Are you trying to take advantage of the used EV tax credit, or are you most likely just trying to use it on a new vehicle? Because on a new one, you get $7,500, of course, when you file for your taxes next year, plus the 3 months of free supercharging, plus the 500 supercharger miles or 1,500 Tesla loot box credits if you use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. So that way you can stack all these different incentives to get the best deal on a Tesla Model 3. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do that, this video is sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link to support the channel, so definitely check it out if you're interested. All right, should we do the giveaway, or we've also got this nice box from Jawa right here. There's a couple of things in this box. I want to shout out to Jawa for sending this items. So I want to highlight a couple of things, because there's one accessory in there that I really feel like is important, that with all this NACS and CCS, or there's two accessories in there now, with all this NACS and CCS stuff going around with all this charger stuff, there's two accessories in there that are pretty important. But let's do one more topic really quickly, and then we'll do the giveaway winner. So hopefully one of your entries that you're interested in entering into the giveaway is going to be on there. But if you're looking to do a last minute entry, there's actually two giveaways running right now. There's a free tint for your Tesla sponsored by OC Tint Solutions in Anaheim, California. Of course, you must be willing to travel to OC Tint Solutions. And also RIVIAN is doing a sponsorship as well. They sent us this sunshade for your Model Y, very premium sunshade, and we're going to turn around and give it away to one of you all. So if you want to enter in really late, go to the community page, then scroll down to the second post right here, and this is where you can enter in to jump into the giveaway. And thank you to RIVIAN and all the different accessory partners down below in the description if you want discount codes for all these accessories. I know a lot of you have been using 3D Mats USA recently, so thank you to that. Premium floor mat for your Tesla, highly recommended, and I've got a full set in the Model X as well. In this next topic, we'll talk about the Tesla Model 3, the current version Tesla Model 3, and how they are actually, Tesla themselves have halted the production of the Model 3 rear-wheel drive. And we'll talk about why this could potentially be. Do we think it could be the Highland coming up very soon? Or do we think it's just something else much simpler than that? So we'll talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And so let us take a look at this. Shout out to MattJung.net. If you don't know who MattJung.net is, Matt Jung is the curator or creator of these Tesla inventory websites. websites, of all the different times we come to these websites and see all the different levels of Model 3, Model Y, even Model S and X inventory. And what's interesting to this, if you didn't notice, Model Y inventory is going ballistic. You can see right here and on a 120-day chart, there's a huge increase of Model Y. But I digress. So taking a look at this, because Matt Jung has all the different data of all the different vehicles posted onto the website, he actually noticed that there are no, quote, there are no Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drives in inventory that have been built in June. The last production date for a Model 3 rear-wheel drive was May 29th. So what's going on here? I mean, we don't know the actual assembly lines of Model 3 rear-wheel drive standard range versus long range or performance, but we can only guess that potentially they separate all of that based upon the different lines. And are they starting to retool certain areas of that to produce a newer vehicle? And then the question to me is, how long does it take to retool a production line into something else? So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Do you think this is because that they're retooling for the Highland, or do we think it's even simpler than that? Because right now, if we take a look at the Model 3 inventory on all the different websites, this is waiting for Tesla.com, you can see that Model 3 rear-wheel drive standard range is at the highest count versus all the other trims. We got Model 3 rear-wheel drive at 488 vehicles on the Tesla websites. We got long range at 239 and performance at 268. So the interesting thing here is we're going to stay on top of this. We're going to track all the different postings from Matt to see if there's going to be more pauses on long range or performance, because that will be a huge indicator to figure out if the new Highland is coming out and when it might be potentially coming out, because we're starting to see more spottings day by day. If you've just jumped in and you saw the title of the stream, that you saw that this Model 3 Highland that was spotted yesterday leaked a little bit more of the tail light than other vehicles around. And so I really feel like Tesla is doing this on purpose. They're starting to leak more of these Highland prototypes all around so people can get more excited, or maybe not, because that has an Osborne effect and that doesn't make sense at the end of the day. But we've got a nice concept photo from Cybertruck 420. You can see how this one was pretty much spot on the tail light showing of the one that got snuck through. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the giveaway, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link if you want to support the channel, so definitely check it out if you're interested. All right. Dennis, you should do a Model 3 giveaway. Yeah, that'd be nice, right? I mean, I've got one big idea, and I'm going to structure it with, well, I've got two big ideas. The first big idea has to do with a meetup. So if you're in the LA area, we might have to figure out some sort of meetup, probably at like a Tesla supercharger or something, because I've got a good video idea for that. And I've also got a decently good giveaway to go along with it, of one with speakable value. And so I think a lot of you will get excited for that one as well. Thanks for coming in. Welcome back. Have a great weekend. Oh, thank you. Mike, what do you think we'll do with the current inventory Model 3s when the Highland comes out? Will it be cheaper than they are now? Yeah, I think they'll just have to be forced to do some sort of clearance promotion to try and get rid of all the inventory Model 3s that are currently out there. Mike, trying now to decide between Model 3 rear-wheel drive or a long range, maybe with acceleration boost if it's still available. Does the Model 3 long range have LFP? Unfortunately, the Model 3 long range does not have LFP, only the standard range. And I actually wouldn't really waste my money on the acceleration boost. Well, I mean, you have time, right? You can buy the Model 3, and if it's still slow, because it's pretty fast, like that 0 to 30 miles per hour because of that electric engine or the electric motor and things like that, it's still relatively pretty fast. So you might not need that acceleration boost, but maybe you will. Maybe you want to zip around everywhere and blow by everyone on top of that. All right, let's jump into this. We'll choose the giveaway. Thank you to Jason at OC Tint Solutions for sponsoring this giveaway. He actually wanted to give away 2 sets of installation for 3M ceramic tint for your Tesla. Could be a Model 3, Model Y, S, or X. And there's actually this giveaway that's been running on the channel for the past 2 weeks. On top of that, there's actually another giveaway on my Instagram. So if you want to try and sneak in a last minute entry onto that, it's actually actually an Instagram post. It's the most recent one. And if you don't know where my Instagram is, you can go to my community page here, hit this little button right here, and that'll take you directly to my Instagram. So you can enter in on that separate giveaway, which they're also giving away a free 3M ceramic tint for a Tesla installed and everything as well. So I'll give it another day and decide that giveaway tomorrow. So if anybody's watching right now, you got a little bit more time on that one. But if you remember, we did the giveaway about 2 weeks ago. You had to do a certain comment on this video on top of subscribing and all that stuff. And so we're going to use our handy dandy YouTube comment picker. So let me hit the refresh, hit the fetch for the comments. Let's see, anything goes. Let's see how many comments we got. I think we got like 60, so 66 comments, but there's also other comments in there that were interlaced as well. So maybe this first one might not actually be the exact winner. So drum roll here. Congrats to everybody. Thank you all for supporting. Thank you for always coming in, hitting the like button, the comments and everything. And good luck to hopefully one of you are watching right now and winning. So let's see. Delta Jesus. Oh my goodness. Is this rigged? You guys saw it fly first. So, I mean, Delta Jesus, you are a winner. Let's just screenshot that. It's a funny story for that one because he actually might have won the last giveaway. Let's just run it again just in case Delta Jesus, because I know he hasn't purchased his Tesla just yet. So here we go. So congrats to man Jason as well. I'm going to screenshot both of you. I'm going to just... We'll see what happens because Delta Jesus still hasn't taken delivery yet, if I remember correctly. So I'll just have both of those just in case if he doesn't actually claim that giveaway. And so congrats to Delta Jesus and Manchet for winning, or potentially winning for Manchet. So we'll roll into the next topic. But we've also got some other stuff fun on this stream. We also have another giveaway. If you're interested in winning this sunshade from RIVIAN, definitely check out our community page so you can enter in. And thank you to RIVIAN for sending us this sunshade that we can turn on and give away to one of you. And then on top of that, we got this handy dandy box from Java as well. We got 3 items in there. I want to open it live on stream, and then hopefully maybe we'll give away one of those accessories because I think it's a pretty important accessories on top of that. But if you want to interested in any of these different Tesla partners that we are talking about, definitely get some of those discounts down below in the description if you're interested. We got 3D Mats USA, RIVIAN, Java, Tesloid, and also MAGBAK as well. All right, what else we got? In this next topic, it's continuing with the EV price war. Hyundai has just dropped the price or added a big rebate to their vehicle, and their vehicle actually just came out, and that's the Ioniq 6, and the rebate is $5,000, which actually brings it cheaper than a Model 3. So we'll take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best behind Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And you know, we are certainly a Tesla fan channel. We've had the Model 3, the Model Y, S, and X. But on top of that, at the end of the day, we've always got to keep our eyes open to see, are there better deals out there? Because I'm also a fan of our wallet too, to make sure we're spending the right amount of money. But shout out to Inside EVs. The Ioniq 6 base price drops to $37,715, which undercuts the Model 3 MSRP before tax credits and incentives. So there's 2 things that's interesting here. The first thing is that, you know, this is Hyundai, which is a legacy automaker for a certain aspect, and they were able to drop the price of their vehicle relatively quickly. And then the other thing is that, yes, it drops the price under the Model 3 MSRP, but there still are massive tax credits for the Model 3, which amounts to $7,500 that, of course, customers usually can qualify for at certain income limits. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. It seems like the EV price war continues, and on top of that, there is a $5,000 rebate and financing as low as 0.99% APR. You know, certainly I am a Tesla fan channel, but when you stack up all these different rebates, incentives, 0.99% APR, which is almost free money at this point, with interest rates nearing 5.69% from Tesla, and your cash sitting at 4 to 5% in the bank, it gets pretty interesting that an Ioniq 6, which I kind of look. I don't know if I'm a fan of the front of the vehicle. I'm certainly a fan of the back of the vehicle. That's kind of the trend these days. I like the back of vehicles more so than the front for whatever reason it might be, but that's a crazy deal. Of course, this vehicle does not qualify for the $7,500 federal tax credit, but if you lease it, then that's where you itemize the tax credit, or at least Hyundai Financial does it and then tries to pass it down on the lease payment. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. You still can get the $2,000 CVRP program for California, and so that certainly could make sense at the end of the day. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're gonna jump into the next topic, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're definitely check it out if you're interested. And actually, another random thing. So, is anybody out there in California, SoCal area? Are you interested in solar? Do you own your house? And do you have a sizable electricity bill? Because we might be working with a solar company. If you're interested, they actually have a referral program right now where we can both get about $100 and we can split it or share it. So if you're interested in solar, if you want me to pass your information to me and I can refer you to that company. It's a legit company. I have a contract with them in process right now. We're trying to expand the solar system. If you're interested, send me a DM somewhere on Instagram or Twitter. And I'll pass your information and see if we can get hooked up. They got great reviews. I'll show you the exact company with our correspondence, and you can see they've got 5 out of 5. You know me, I'm only going to pick the best of the best and also get the best deal at the same time. And if you're in LA, I'll show you how to get really good financing for your for your solar system as well. And spoiler alert, yes, the pricing is better than Tesla solar, and it's better technologies and all that stuff at the end of the day. All right, let's check out this. So I'm gonna sponsored by Jawa, or actually not really sponsored, but they sent us some stuff. So I want to unbox it. So thank you to Jawa. Let's pull up their website at the before we do that. But if you don't know what Jawa is, it's a company that's been around for a while in the Tesla accessory space. I found them out early on because they've got a really nice car mount. I've actually got it in the Model X right now. It's magnetic, MagSafe, and all that stuff, and it actually pulls out from behind the screen. So it's really nice, looks really sleek, good heavy quality stuff. It's Taiwanese, so you can know it's good stuff at the end. And of course, they've got plenty of accessories on top of that. They've got the interior cubby stuff, which I also actually have in our car right now. They've got other accessories and there's one accessory in here which a lot of people don't realize and think it's important. Well, I think it's important because we live in California, and California, you don't really want anything kind of just leaving around in the middle of the area, right? That's visible, right? So there's one exact accessory in here, which is in here right now, which I actually really like. We'll just unbox it because I can't see it right here for some reason. But it's the under seat tray, or under seat, not the center console tray. I think that's also very important as well for organization, because it's literally just a deep pit in the middle of the vehicle. But there's also other accessories that go under the seat. Maybe it's under here or something, but I can't find it. But yeah, it's right here. This one I think is a really good accessory, which I'll unbox right here, because you don't want stuff visible, right? You don't want it laying around on your seats, whether you're keeping anything, could be even just whatever. So that's where this comes in handy, because this goes under the seat. You can hide it, and so that way it's not visible, so your windows don't get smashed. I know places like Bay Area, you can't really do anything at all. It's going to get smashed either way, but other cities in California, unfortunately, that's the truth, and we just got to be very, very cognizant of that, of leaving stuff out in the open. But if you're interested in Jawa, definitely check out our discount code on the screen. Use Dennis for 5% off. But there's another accessory in here that, with all this charging stuff that's been going on right now, it certainly makes sense to have a bunch of adapters. And I've been slacking on that. I have not gone adapters at all, but it certainly makes sense. And the reason why, because a lot of these companies are going to this NACS that's happening right now. But I'll show you those two things that I really got. But here's the under tray seats or under tray organizers from Jawa. Jawa just has really good quality stuff at the end of the day. I love their build quality of their accessories. It's not unfortunately, a lot of these accessories are, if we're calling for what it is, China replicas and knockoffs or repurposing of the same thing. But Look at this. This is pretty slick actually, because it's got like these handlebars, like a picnic basket, but it's collapsible. It goes underneath this seat. So thank you to Jawa. I am 100,000% going to use this. I really like how it's rubber as well, because then it won't slide around, because that could be a hazard. But this is 100% going in the car today, because, you know, I double think. Sometimes we park and we just don't want certain things laying around in visibility. So it just makes sense. And like, look at this, like the other accessories are just big plastic pieces that really just have no quality at all. And so shout out to Jawa for sure. Okay, so these new accessories, these new accessories make 100% sense to get right now, because right now we're going into this phase with all these different chargers and adapters, USB-C, and of course CCS, Tesla, NACS, and all that stuff. And I was thinking about this because a lot of you out there, just like me, or maybe it's just me, I went with a J1772 charger for the house because I was thinking I wanted more universal charging plug that's more sustainable at the end of the day for all these different vehicles. And then I started to realize if everybody switches to the Tesla charger, then my J1772 charging box at home becomes not obsolete, but then I'm going to need adapters. And the good thing with the Tesla vehicle that we have now, all Tesla vehicles come with an adapter, which is this one exactly. But what if I sell the vehicle? I mean, maybe that owner is going to be wanting it, or maybe they're not going to want it. But that's where all these different adapters from Jawa come into play here. And so Jawa actually sent us, this is the first one. It's a CCS to TPC, which is good for road trips, right? If you're out and about and there's just not a Tesla supercharger around you, then this one certainly makes a lot of sense. I don't even know what this one is actually, but really good stuff. You can tell it's like made good quality as well. But this, what, TPC? What is TPC? Did I get the wrong one? Oh, well. And then this is the other one, which also from Jawa. On top of that, we can see here, this one is the one I was looking for, because this is Tesla charger plug-in to J1772. So if you got the Tesla charger at home, then this will plug into a J1772 car. So a little bit flipped in reverse and things like that, but still really good. Actually, it kind of smells good too. It's really weird, but really good stuff from Jawa. If you're interested in any of the Jawa stuff, definitely check out the Jawa website and also the Jawa discount code down below in the description if you want to save some money on any of the accessories that you want to buy. But thank you to Jawa for sending us this care package. I've been looking for these accessories and we were able to get it, and they're pretty quick too, straight shipped, and so we were able to get it very, very quickly as well. But definitely check out Jawa. They got a bunch, and I'm going to be doing some giveaways, or at least I want to do some giveaways with Jawa. So if you've got a certain accessory that you've like on the Jawa page, you know, drop it somewhere in the comments or anything. Go take a look for yourself and let me know, what should I give away from? What should I ask Jawa to send to us so that we can turn around and give it away to one of you all? But let's see what else we got. If you're just joining in, welcome. We talked about the Tesla rear tail light that got spotted and leaked a little bit, I guess. And shout out to Dominic, or Cybertruck 420, for showing the render of this, which looks pretty sleek. Hopefully this comes out soon. Hopefully we should see in the very near future what's going on with this vehicle. In the next topic, it looks like Tesla worldwide is getting much more aggressive with incentives, because now in certain markets you can get $1,100 off if you use Tesla insurance, and in another market you can get, instead of 5.whatever%, which it was at before, you can now get as low as 3.4%, which is good. And I'll talk about why this could be good news in the near future. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description. If you want to support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla, so definitely check out Patreon link down below in the description. But let us take a look at this. So shout out to Sawyer Merritt. Tesla is offering a extra $1,121 discount if you you buy Tesla insurance on top of taking delivery of your Model 3 before June 30th. This, of course, is China market only. But the one thing we have seen, we've been doing live daily streams on the Tesla market and Tesla news every day or almost every day for the past, 6 months through all these different quarter ends. And we do see a lot of copy pasting of incentives from other markets to the US market. So we could potentially see something like this in the near future. So let me know, would you be willing to get Tesla insurance if you saved an extra $1,000 off the purchase price of your vehicle? Would it be worth it? I think so, because I would pay for a 1 year of insurance, maybe even 6 months. And the other incentive that is piquing my interest even more, but in the German market for Tesla has dropped the financing rate down to 3.43% if you buy a Model 3. It was previously 5.82% and 5.44% before that. And you guessed it, that is exactly or similar to the rate of Tesla financing right now. The rate for financing a Tesla today is 5.69%. So I've been predicting for a while we could see some sort of promotional rate on the Model 3 to really try and clear out all these different Model 3s that are in inventory today, because Model 3 inventory is at very high levels. So let me know, would you buy a Model 3 today if it went down to 3.43% for financing in Tesla? So you can see it right here down here at the bottom. I don't know if what that translates to, but we can only assume 3.43 interest rate financing for buying a Model 3. And so I think Tesla could have a lot of tricks in the bag and what they potentially could do in the near future. And they also did that very recently in terms of a financing promotion, but it was for the Model S and the Model X. There was a time period which you could get 3.99% financing all the way up to 72 months plus 3 years of free supercharging. And I think the referral program as well for the Model S and the Model X, but then they quickly took it away. It only lasted for 2 weeks, but definitely some pretty interesting stuff at the end of the day. But let me know what your thoughts. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description of the Patreon link, you support the channel, so definitely check it out if you're interested. All right, water break. Meetups sound fun. You should also eventually do meetups in the mid and east whenever you travel. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Not bad. Mike, how long do we think this 7,500 tax credit will last is another thing. I think it's 10 years, do you think it could be actually it's signed into a bill? No, I don't think so. It's 10 years. Juan, I canceled my Model 3 order and ordered a Model Y instead. I checked on waiting for Tesla and it was not showing any Model Y inventory. Oh, okay, nice. Congrats. Model Y, it's nice for sure. I mean, we had the Model 3 and then the Model Y. It is definitely a more comfortable vehicle at the end of the day. However, when I ordered the car through the custom order configurator, I got a VIN right away. Do you know why this might be? Might be because there's plenty of inventory that could have matched your order. So congrats to you. Actually, you're able to take delivery. But there, depending on where you are at in the country, that could be the better reason, because they are looking to try and deliver as many vehicles as possible by the end of the month. Use my referral code. Thank you, Juan. Thanks again. Picking up Tuesday. Nice. Congrats to you. Which Tesla center are you picking up from? Rosalind, thanks for coming back. Welcome back. Welcome in. Juan, this might be because you're getting hardware 3. In terms of the discounts, yeah, potentially it could be at the end of the day. Market Scraper, thanks for coming in. Welcome back. Fever, hey, sorry if this gets asked a lot. Don't apologize, it's fine. But what income would I need to even be approved for a loan? So good rule of thumb is 1-to-1. But banks have been tightening a lot with auto loans. And so I would even say 1.25-to-1. And so what I mean by that is if the price of the vehicle that you're purchasing after you use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get extra 1,500 credits or 500 supercharger miles after you take delivery. If the price of the vehicle after everything, taxes, fees, and all that stuff is $50K, then you need to, at a minimum, make about $50,000 at the end of the day. But of course, you can use Tesla financing. You can use Tenet, like our channel sponsor. down below. You can check out Tenet in the description. They could do that. Check out that as well for a lower monthly payment. Thank you to Tenet for sponsoring. And you can check out some of the other different banks out there to try and get approval. As long as you do all of these at the same time within the same week, it's considered one credit hit at the end of the day. So you might as well try, but you're most likely going to have the best bet with Tesla financing, because that is where you're going to get easier approval at the end of the day for first time buyers. But it doesn't hurt to take a shot, right, at the end of the day. So, but thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thank you to Jawa for sending us this care package of all the different items. Definitely check out Jawa down below in the description if you want to save some money on some of the discounts. Discount codes down below in the description as well. Thank you to everybody that entered into the OC Tint Solutions giveaway. Congrats to the winners that won that, and also there's another giveaway that's ending tomorrow on my Instagram for the same exact thing. There's another giveaway with RIVIAN. If you're interested in entering into this giveaway on the channel community page, it's right here. Scroll down just a little bit, and of course we're going to be working with Jawa and another Tesla accessory partner to give away more stuff. We're going to try and do 2 to 3 of these every single month, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested in winning and joining in the fun and learning as much as we possibly can about how to get the best deal on a Tesla. But thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Have a great Friday, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.